Hello, welcome to 8 o'clock story time. My name is Susan Brice and I'm here to read to you tonight. I've got my pal Zoomer, and Zoomer and I have a book that we know you're going to enjoy. Zoomer's heard it a lot of times, but he gets read a lot of times. This book that I'm going to read to you has been read to people for decades. In fact, I bet your mom and dad had it read to them when they were kids. This book is called Goodnight Moon. Goodnight Moon is a book that doesn't have a lot of words, but for some reason it is very, very special. Lots of children over the years have enjoyed Goodnight Moon because of its message. And let's take a look at it here and read it together. The book has got pictures, so I want you to see those as well. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon. And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs and 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens. And a comb and a brush, and a bowl full of mush. You like that, Zoomer? And a quiet old lady who was whispering, "Hush." There she is. She's saying, "Be quiet. It's time for bed." Here's the bunny in the bed, and he says, "Good night, room." There's all the stuff in his room. Good night, moon. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Good night, light and the red balloon. Good night, bears. Good night, chairs. Good night, kittens. Good night, mittens. Good night, clocks. And good night, socks. Good night, little house. And good night, mouse. Good night, comb. And good night, brush. Getting darker. Oops. Next page. Oh, this says, "Good night, nobody," and "Good night, mush." Good night to the old lady, whispering, "Hush." There, it's getting darker. Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. And there he's going to sleep. So tonight, when you go to bed, why don't you try to find 10 things in your bedroom that you can say goodnight to? That would be fun. I think you'd enjoy that. So good night, boys. Good night, girls. Good night, dads. Good night, mums. Good night, everyone. Good night, moon. Tomorrow night, Mayor David Screech from View Royal will be reading to you. Good night.